Hello and welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports and another unboxing. We're going to unbox the Lake Cycling CX, which is generally their road shoe, 21C. And this is an update to, or it's almost a total revamping of the other carbon soled lace up shoe that they had. And I think it was just called the CX1. Not, can't remember. But I own the CX1, which is here. And then this is the new shoe. So I'm going to go through it to help you folks understand what the changes were. But a couple of admin notes before we get going. So, number one is a lot of you folks make comments such as, oh, all he ever talks about is Richie and Lake, and I don't know. But here's the thing. Number one, I provide to my customers the things that I have vetted, I have used, I have tested it, and I feel confident in it. And so, sure, I recommend Richie bikes because they're made out of steel. What's going to happen to them? I recommend Lake shoes because they have so many sizes and widths and different lasts. So I can generally fit a customer, especially the hard to fit customer, which is generally who comes to me because they've tried all the other name brand, popular shoe brands, and they can't get a good enough fit. Their feet hurt or whatever, and so they come to me. Oh, my feet are wide, I've had bunion surgery, all these kinds of things that keep them from being comfortable in a stock shoe. And because Lake provides me with a sizing table, I measure their feet, I go through a shoe fitting process, and I'm able to order shoes for them, and my success rate's really high. So, other brands don't list their shoe widths, their shoe lengths. It's just well, you could be a 45 because you ride a 45 in this shoe and a 45 in that shoe. You might be, but then you get the shoe and you're actually a 44. So please understand that when I do a lot of videos on one particular brand of something, it's because it's a good brand. It's a really good brand. It does something unique and it does it very well. All right, so let's get on. This is the outgoing shoe. I doubt you'll find any of these in stock. But I want to show you this and then show you how different the new shoe is. And in particular, we want to pay attention to things like the way the upper is done, and especially here in the toe. So this is the new shoe, and the first thing you're going to notice is it has a toe bumper, right? That is awesome. I wish more shoes came with this. Now I understand aesthetically that it ruins the all white toe area of this shoe. I get it, but I mean, this is what ends up happening. You hit the shoe on your tire, you're changing a flat, and you nick your toe on the pavement and it scratches or whatever, right? So a toe bumper is a very nice thing to protect the upper of your shoe. Okay. Some folks have wheel rub on their front tire. Toe overlap is another terminology used. Okay. Next thing I want to point out to you is the way they did the upper. Notice how this has, it's almost like a patchwork type of purse. So you have a pattern here and you have a pattern here, right? Whereas this now is just basically one whole piece. Not to mention it's perforated. So for the hotter climates, this might be a good option. And then for colder climates, well, you wear a toe bootie or a shoe bootie to cover that stuff up. And it's white, so you probably won't want to ride in the rain without a, a shoe cover or a toe bootie. So let's talk about a couple of things, a couple of other things as far as the fitting of the shoe. So this is on the competition last. Now, the competition last is if you want the widest shoe possible in their lineups, it ends up being the competition last. So the 43, which is what this shoe is, if you were to be in the sport last, the widest shoe in the sport last is 107.7. If you were in the race last, the widest shoe you would get is 108.24. But in this shoe, in the competition last, you get 112. Okay, so what is it? 4 to 5 millimeters wider in the competition last. Okay, hopefully that is a good angle for you to look at. Okay, we talked about the single piece upper. It's Clarino. I've got some vegan customers, and that is a plus for them. The next biggest thing that I see in this shoe is, let me see how I can shoot this. You see this inside here? This is a gripper now, and it really does. I mean, I'm running my finger inside here. It is a significant gripper, very rubbery section, whereas this other shoe did not have that, right? This was all just like a polyester or lining, nylon liner, whatever it may be, right? But this is like literally rubber, and it is quite grippy. So that might be of interest for some folks. The upper is also padded a little bit more than the previous and outgoing shoe. Definitely the tongue has more padding on the new shoe. This is a full carbon sole. I don't know. There are some brands, like I think CD is one of those brands. I love that bullseye, by the way. I mean, that is just so awesome to try to dial in a customer's cleat position. There are some shoes that do like an outer with something else, and then the center part. I think CD used to do that for years. And then the center part is a different material. I hope they've gotten away from that. They talk about the competition last being for a very high cadence pedaler. So it has more heel pitch and heel tilt. Okay. Some folks are toe down pedalers, so maybe this is the shoe for them. The competition last. It does have a tighter heel as well. So for some folks that maybe in different models, they are looking, they've got heel slippage. This is definitely going to take care of it. You got the tighter heel to begin with, and then you've got the rubber gripper inside here. So that's definitely going to help. I love laces. The customer who I'm sending this out to, John, all his shoes are lace-up shoes. So if he didn't like them, he wouldn't keep buying them, right? But BOA is prolific through the performance side of cycling shoes, but he prefers the laces. I love laces as well. And last year, as I was getting ready for my 1200K Paris Press Paris, I wore these on all my training and qualifying events. But very comfortable shoe. It's a little bit wider. And by the way, that's a standard width. So if maybe you're looking at this and wondering, wow, that the new shoe looks so much wider. This is a wide and this is a standard width. But in the standard width, it's wider than the standard width of the race last, competition last, right? Both of these. Okay. So laces may be controversial for some folks, but the way that they can be adjusted in multiple, I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 points here where the laces come into the shoe. Again, a lot of you out there are like, oh, he's such a dinosaur, steel bikes. And look, people, some things do not need to be reinvented. Some things work really, really well and have worked really, really well for a long, long time. They are very comfortable. Pro Peloton is starting to use lace-up shoes again. So this is just another one.
12 o'clock.
It's 12 o'clock. This is just another one of those situations where what was old is now new again, right? This is another one of those situations where not everything that's new, not everything that's latest and greatest is the best. Some things still prevail as being a very good system. Lace-ups are in that category. Ultimate adjustability. They are the type of system where, in this case, you know, get new laces. It's no big deal. You don't have to like, oh my God, my boa snapped. Now I need to find the correct model, the correct this, and order it. And then, again, complications, just like your electronic DI2, electronic shifting DI2 or SRAM, access. You're stuck in that ecosystem. Here you just get another pair of laces, just like mechanical shifting, right? Keep your life simple, make things less stress-free. I think it's a really cool shoe, and they have a blue one also. And as I've said before, on the marketing side of things, I typically buy the other color so that people can actually notice the shoe on my foot. They're like, oh, wow, that's a cool looking shoe, but I could never wear blue. Okay, no problem. They come in white. You know, same thing with my CX403s. You know, the chameleon blue, or that color is more striking, but then it opens up the conversation of, yeah, they also come in white, so no problem. Okay, I think that is all for today. If you're a lake shoe proponent, you've worn them for a while. Oh, I just noticed that they changed the backside here. They changed the reflective strip. So this is the old shoe, this is the new shoe. They went with just a little triangle, whatever shape that is. And here this was a full stripe of reflective material. You know, for some folks, that might be something important. Also the way they stitched up this in the back. So this is all one big panel. And then they had to connect the heel stuff here. So then they put a heel portion and then stitched both sides of the upper onto it. See that? Yeah. So there you go. Okay. If you wear lake shoes, make a comment down below. If you're interested in lake shoes, of course, I sell them. So please send me an email so that we can set up a discussion, set up an appointment to have a discussion about your shoe needs. And let's try to get to 8,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Today is December the 10th. So we've got, what is it, 21 days to go. 21 days, I think I'm at around 250 to go. So please, like and subscribe. We'll see you up the road.